Is it live?
It's live now.
What up? What up? What up? What up, world? Roll your sleeves up. Let's go. Get right. Fantasy Network. I hate even introducing you as somebody else. The Fantasy Boardroom, Papa Conks, a.k.a. the FF Tycoon, the best dressed man in the show business, coolest intro in the show business. What do we even refer to you as today? I don't even know anymore.
Still just Tycoon. Just Tycoon.
Okay. I wish people would call me Tycoon. And
knew his name, honestly.
and there's
his name
Frank.
again?
Hey, Frank's screaming things.
Hey, I got a terrible background today. I just went ahead and rolled with the green screen, and I just need to get some better lighting. I get a new camera. It's time to get back on Amazon, unfortunately, and get something better.
Everybody says it's AKA in the house.
Right?
Hey, did I just... Oh, dude, wait. I'm learning stuff. They're letting me press buttons now, boys. I think we already hit our intro, right?
Nah, not yet. I was about to hit it. What are we doing tonight? Let's talk about that first, then I hit the intro.
Hey, time on. They're letting me press buttons, dude. Tycoon's in the house. AKA in the house. It's AKA. This is tight, dude. This is my first show. They're giving me access. It's probably not going to last very long. So we're going over Friday night's Super Flex mock draft championship. Still going on. We had a mock draft today. So before I get into it, before we hit the intro, I definitely have to say shout out to Mike, NYG Guy 95, Magoats 05, Tycoon himself, everybody who's been holding it down for us. You know what I mean? Andrew's got new articles up there. We always got new stuff on the website. If you aren't already following the fantasy board, hey, we'll update another one. If you're not already following the fantasy boardroom, stop playing with yourself. Go follow them right now during this intro. We'll wait for you guys to get back.
Word.
Someone messed
up.
Come
on back when you get done, right?
The boardroom is razzing me now. Oh, this is tough, dude. I'm gonna wear a hat when we come back.
Hit the intro.
Who the hell let Tycoon?
That's what I was responding to, not you. I'll say someone messed up letting me in here.
Oh, God. Hey, I get to press buttons now. Hey, we're going to fix all this stuff out. We're bringing the board on. The lateral. If you don't follow the lateral, don't follow him, man. We do nothing but support around here. So if you got a show, drop your link. While you guys are here, man, I hate doing it. I got to do it my damn self. Make sure like. You don't even got to subscribe, man. Or like. Just for YouTube, man. All right, I got all my shameless plugs out. If you're trying to buy a house in California, let me know. Okay, never mind. Hey, it's live, man.
We're doing that around again. Why not?
Hey, we're live tonight, boys. We ready?
We ready.
Anthony sent me a message. Shoot, I forgot.
Ignore. Oh yeah, we got to talk about Anthony. Anthony's not here. And on to the next subject.
And he asked me to mention his sleeper handle. I don't even know his sleeper handle. What is your sleeper handle? Send me the private chat. Give me the sleeper handle.
Hold on, I'll read his text message.
Okay. But how to spell it?
I always He writes so much. Don't forget to mention the link to the draft board is on the description, as well as our contact info for Sleeper Twitter and the private Sleeper channel is there too.
You can only get this and get right. This is like live production notes right here.
Wait. Hey, we'll keep you up. We'll keep you updated right now. Don't worry. We'll keep you up.
I don't think that's how he wanted me to read it off. Hey, put it in the chat, Ant. Put him in the chat.
Post it in the chat, dude. That's the way to do it. You're on there somewhere. I know. He's been on business trips and flying and handling business, and he got this thing all set up, created a thumbnail. Then he forgot Papa Conks, and I'm like, what? How you not going to have him? He's on the show. Like, wait a minute. I even put it up, So anyways, we're here.
Stay awake, Wilson. I'll take that one off real quick. My eyes are 30 pounds a piece. the description, guys. We're gonna leave that one up because I don't know how to take it off until we get a new chat. Let's jump right into it.
How to take it off. I got you.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, do you know the winner? You have the winner? Question. This is the
I
question
have the winner.
You're
I'm the only one that knows.
You have the winner.
Like I said, if I were to get struck by lightning right now, nobody would know who won except for me. I love it. Hey,
read the notes.
All right. So let's jump right into it.
I gotta get ready.
All right.
You gotta get ready.
Last thing I'm gonna say. Hey. Oh, Frank, what you sipping on?
Oh,
shameless plug. Do we got another shameless plug
man?
On?
This is to my local brewery. Is a Morgan Territory, literally right around the corner from my house. Came out with the shortcake. It's a milkshake IPA, blueberry ale. I just drank it today and ended up buying 4 of them. 6.5 alcohol, 42 IBUs, and it's freaking delicious.
I'm sipping water for all the kids out there, man. I ate my vegetables. I'm sipping water.
Look at that. That's
all right.
Beer. Cheers to everybody. Hope you guys are having your own drinks, getting right on your own way.
Cheers. I'm usually not a fruit beer person, but that sounds pretty good.
Oh, dude, it's freaking delicious. I'm not a fruit beer normally either, but trust me, this is not
Frank, let's record.
This is a beer.
Throw their logo up here.
Hey, we're talking about beer.
Hey.
Hold on.
Hey, throw a logo up here. Tell them send a check, send the address. We're jumping right into Jeezy 19 ACG.
Oh.
I want to just jump. Tycoon. Hey, where you at, my man?
I'm still not on the Deshaun bandwagon. I'll start tearing him up real quick.
I didn't pass the ball.
He showed up to camp today.
Interception.
Hey, I'm taking it. I want to tear that guy up a little bit because we were just talking about it a second ago, and I'm still not on the camp till Deshaun Watson is actually going to play for the team. He's not trying to play for Houston. He just, he's just there not to be fined, right? We all know that. He's trying to get his money anyways in. Till he's on somebody else's team, you're definitely shouldn't be taking him as your QB2, especially in a super flex league where he's actually mattering and he's scoring points for you or not scoring points in this case, because now he's falling down to Teddy Bridgewater, who may or may not have the job over there in Denver as well. That's all I even got to say about that team. It's just messed up draft. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Hey, Jeezy, I like you, man. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I don't know if you've seen Frank Gray, a team that has Deshaun. That's pretty much what you're going to get from him. Tycoon, can you give us a little more of the analytical? And if I could just throw in my little 2 cents. Until they tell me Deshaun's not playing, I'm saying draft him like he is, because that is a steal. When you're talking about getting Deshaun at 6'12", get out of here. Like,
as the recipient of some of Frank's grades on my own teams with Watson drafted, yeah,
we've all been
there. So both sides of the fence with you guys there, because I have done it, but I'm also right now going to be critical of that pick. Just I don't like him as your QB2 there unless you're going to double tap that there pretty quickly with a third QB to cover yourself right in that same range. Waiting like he did, I don't like it. So he's left himself super fragile at quarterback and at running back. This might be my least favorite team on the board, to be honest.
Hey, but we love you, Jeezy. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, I was in a draft with him tonight, and I really like the team he put together. But this one is...
Oh, you put something better?
No.
This is not it, right? This is not.
He did something much better than this in tonight's mock. But yeah,
hey,
I mean the receivers are nice, but there's so many options.
Receivers though, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb. I like those guys.
Yeah, receivers are nice, but like instead of Claypool, he could have gone, or instead of Watson, rather, you could have taken any of those running backs that went right after. At least had a third running back. Could have taken DJ Moore. Really stack that position, and then instead of taking Chark later on, taking one of those quarterbacks. I mean, he could have gone a variety of preferable routes. So, not a fan.
Yeah. Hey, let's leave my man alone. Hey, let's move on. The worst logo I've probably ever seen.
We know who's not winning.
Yeah. You're not even getting top
I love
11
GZ
with a logo like that. I'm just kidding, guys. But no, seriously, that is a horrible logo, and I can't even read it all. Some whatever, I can't. It's LGBT. I don't know what it says. Anyway, so speaking of somebody
Man,
else, I guess needless to say, needless to say, GZ probably didn't make it. Like, I'm not gonna try to break it down. I don't want everybody to know who won. But speaking of somebody else that didn't win and their horrible logo, Niner Gang, Gridiron Girl. I felt like, there was potential here.
Shout out to the
like
girls drafting with us, though.
Straight up. And I feel like even the reports I read today, Andrew's catching some deep passes from Lamar. She's got 3. Obviously, we're assuming it's a girl. Are we allowed to do that? Because it says Gridiron Girl? Whatever. Hella running backs, which you got to love to see. A little late on the receivers, but still, I think a pretty solid lineup right there. I like the team. Didn't crack my top 5. I don't know. Do you guys feel differently on that? Frank, you want to intercept this, or you want me to just throw it to you, or did I just? I can't stand to see Tycoon get bossed
I'll
like
take it
that
real
again.
Quick.
We know you will.
hey, you hit the nail on the head on this team. She just waited way too long to get another wide receiver, and then she noticed at the end, oh crap, I have one wide receiver, Metcalf, which is a great wide receiver, but he can't be the only one on your team. I like the pick that she got really late. Gallup in the 12th. Wow, I expect a lot more production from him this year. And should anybody else go down, he's definitely going to get way more points. They're putting him all over different positions this year, and he's performing well. I mean, I only hear just raving reviews about this guy in camp and in training, but that's just a little too late. I mean, she did get plenty of running backs, but at some point you got to balance your team out and get some wide receivers and, just kind of fill in the spots that you're missing. It's not a team that's heading out to the championship.
Hey, I don't even know where this one's at because it's not on the thing. But our boy Jeezy said, I'm not going to lie, I just got cooked. Sorry, man. Hey, it's nothing all love, personal. Man. It is. Like, I believe this is for him.
Unfortunately.
Hey, back with the vengeance. Hey, come back this week, man. You could always hop back in. So for everybody that's drafted, if you want to get back in, get in.
You had a great draft tonight.
Oh, my bad. Hey, came back with the vengeance. I'm going to keep you in mind. I'm sorry. Hey, Tycoon, back to you.
Gridiron Girls. Yeah, the waiting on receivers is just kills it, like you guys said. I mean, I love it up to maybe even through the Andrews pick, maybe even the Edmonds pick, but you got to start hitting receivers again there at some point and just left yourself pretty vulnerable. I mean, yeah, you can replace them on the waivers, but I mean, it's not that deep. You need to have a couple of other respectable options, and you didn't build enough like high-end depth to cover for that in the other positions. So still good, just I don't know.
Hey, I'll tell you, when I was watching this draft, I love this team. But like you said, once we got to Daniel Jones, that's when I was like, I even had a comment, like, because people think this was my alias account, my burner account. And I was like, hey, with Daniel Jones, that wasn't me. And then, like, running backs is freaking solid, man. So if you're going with the trade strategy, solid team for sure. But like you guys said, like, pick up a second wide receiver a little earlier. I like to see even a backup tight end. I just don't want to see what's happening. Yes, Wilson. Sorry, we'll get there. Let me get back in the yeah, he said he would be back. Man, I got kicked. Oh, there he is. It was. Hey, so little fact, I had 2 sisters that drafted, and you can see, hey, a little solid. I also had a brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is also in this championship too, and I refrained from grading theirs just because I didn't want any kind of bias. I made her change her name because I was like, hey, people are, I can't even grade you good. But I don't know if I said it. So this one's super awesome. So I'll go through I guess I didn't introduce the host. So there's me. There's obviously Frank. You have Tycoon. We have Mike, and we have Ant. So there was 5 different people grading these drafts, and we did it on a point system. Again, I'm the only one that knows who won. I will say the first two people, you didn't crack top 5, and that's what it took to get points. So
Wilson's asking
let's
about
move
bonus
on.
points for these people. Is that what's going on?
No bonus points.
Grade harsher on family, actually.
Oh, straight up. I expect better. You don't draft in the NFC. Hey, if you're drafting in the NFC East, it better be all Cowboys. That's all I got to say. Nah, so moving on.
I'm not sure that's correct.
I don't want to give too much, but I want to say we're going to move into like a little stretch right here where I think we were all kind of torn in between who we thought won. Frank, I'm going to toss this one to you because I knew you were going to take it anyways. Even if I gave it to Tycoon, we're not giving him much.
Took the last one, but hey, he is my top pick on this one. Yeah, I did. I totally did, and which is odd because he went a 0 QB strategy, and I thought he killed it. I like
nailed it.
Dalvin Cook, Gibson, Ridley, and Robinson. 2 RBs, 2 wide receivers. Then he picks up Matt Ryan, Brandon Ayuk, Rojo. Then picks up Ben Roethlisberger as his second QB, and still ends up Cam Newton, which is, but everybody still gets a third QB.
It's not
you never know. That guy could actually have a decent season. You never know. He can still have a decent season. As long as Matt Jones doesn't take the job from him. Mac Jones, but he still ends up with 2, up and coming decent tight ends. I like the team overall. I mean, I thought it was one of the better teams on here. I think it's probably the best team on here, honestly.
It's definitely
probably why you graded him at your top.
I mean,
Tycoon?
I love this team too. It was in consideration for my favorite team. Not quite there, but
there we go.
You've got, a guy can be RB1 overall, possibly, and 2 RB1. I've got Gibson just out still, 2 receiver 1. Matt Ryan, Ben Roethlisberger, both going to have, they'll have some bad weeks mixed in there, but overall, you're going to get just enough volume from both of them to have decently consistent as far as it can go outside the group. I love Rojo. The ideal RB. I don't have a criticism.
I think we lose him a little bit. Did you lose him a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to ask you the same. We're losing.
Yeah, repeat that a little bit. Better. Yeah, because you were cracking up a little bit there.
I was going to say,
I don't know.
So, hey, chat, help us out. Hey, chat, if you guys hear that, if you can help us out, just so we know, because sometimes we think it's just us in our stream. Thank you. Appreciate it. Still, Tycoon.
Yeah, he's got a bad connection right now. Somebody's streaming a movie over at your house.
Yeah. Hey, it's all that LimeWire. What's it called? Hey,
right?
Your bear share.
Yeah, he's breaking. Yeah, Dem Boy says he's breaking up. So yeah, try it again. Papa Const, let's see what you got. Let's give us a mic check. 1, 2.
It's Tycoon. It's Tycoon right now.
Either way works.
Oh, that's right.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's much better.
Better?
I'm not sure if you changed anything, but it seems clear. Yes.
Turn up the mic.
Nah, still. No. Sorry. Hey, audio meltdown.
Audio meltdown.
Hey, it happens. That's why we're live. Tycoon, keep checking in with us when you hear us. Hey. I caught a gist of what he was saying, so I mean, I think we all heard this part. He's saying Matt Ryan, Ben Roethlisberger will have their weeks where they're not necessarily on top. He's probably rebooting Frank, so keep an eye on him.
Yeah,
he liked the team
for us too.
I'll tell you, he had him in as one of his top drafters. Like, he did get points. Wasn't his number 1. But let's move on. Luke Camp, solid draft. I mean, we all like it. I like Gibson more and more. So you got me there with Dalvin Cook, 2 workhorses, and then you got Ridley and you got Robinson. Like,
Got that
Hey,
Fugazi
forget
internet
about it,
going.
right?
I'll give you
Fugazi.
points just for that comment, Jeezy.
Hey, Jeezy's trying to cook everybody. Jeezy, you just got a
up.
point. Hey, you made Frank
point
laugh.
on
You
that.
just got a point.
Write that down.
Hey, so another
That's
person.
funny.
Moving on to Aberman. Aberman, you also like you were one of the names that was mentioned a lot, and he did get top draft by Mike. Mike the writer, and he's
wow.
analytical. He's breaking stuff down. So he said it. He said it should be hands down. Aberman should be the one that wins it, and he doesn't see it any other way. So that gets you points, man. You get
I
one
could
person to
almost
put
agree
you at
with
number
that,
one.
dude, except for Henderson. I could almost agree with that, except for Henderson as the RB2 and Carter as a
Exactly.
rookie, and that's why he wasn't in there for me. I do like the top picks that he has. Allen's obviously going to be a beast. Tyreek Hill, you can't go wrong there. Joe Money Mixon, Ryan Tannehill, another good guy that I like. I'm more than happy to have him on my team. But Henderson is a let's wait and see type of guy at this point for me, because I know he's going to get the ball, but how much is he going to get the ball? Are they going to bring somebody in? It's just a scary situation. They've never had him full time as a RB1, and I don't think they want him to be their RB1 anyway. So it does take Kyle Pitts, the rookie, another rookie in Carter. I like Kyle Pitts, and where he took him at in the 6th, I think that's a decent spot.
Now you like Kyle Pitts?
I'd like him after Andrews. Yeah. Well, he actually took him before Andrews, but I like him after Andrews. I think Andrews should be going before
I like
Pitts.
Higbee too. Having that backup with Higbee, but I'm
Higbee?
echoing everything you're saying. He has one of, I mean, obviously you got Wilson, who has probably the most solid quarterback crew out there besides Jeezy. If Deshaun plays, Jeezy got it hands down. But he has a solid quarterbacks that we're looking for. He even picked up super well. Like, I hate Odell. Everybody knows that because he stole my table.
Yeah,
but,
and I'm not a fan of Odell either.
But that's solid, man. And picking up Fitzmagic. Like, I like Carter. It's really he lost me with Darrell Henderson because Aberman, you were up there. I actually had you as second on my board. Like I said, you were on a lot of top threes. I'll just say that. So you really did have a really good team. Just not you shouldn't win it, man. Yeah. Not for me, at least. I can't say overall.
Henderson is where he lost it for me. Yeah, it's that's the same spot where I was like, oh, what? Wait, he missed up, and then Odell back way down here. He knew he was trying to just reach for wide receivers at that point, and it's just a little too late. You know what I mean? Like you're getting some, WR3s now. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, but definitely a solid draft. Like you're not gonna be held down because Darrell Henderson. I just don't see a team running with him as their actual running back for the entire year. I mean, realistically, you put another name right there, like you probably have one of, if not the top draft on there. My QB room, my logo is fire stuff. We weren't talking about your logo, hey, Jeezy. We were talking about Gridiron Girls logo. I accidentally said your logo. Hey, your logo's fire. The second person's logo was. All right. Oh.
Mic check.
All right,
so we got Tycoon back in. Let's check.
My man is back.
Working? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're in between.
It sounds a lot better.
Like 50,
now you're not
50.
the robot voices that we're talking about.
You're 50-50.
That's so weird. It looks as I watch back here. That's so weird.
Bro, you're half robot to me.
Yeah, he just broke up a little bit again.
Man,
once he started talking
and
a little bit
freezing.
more.
This is whack. Technical difficulty.
It is what it is. Keep rolling. We keep rolling. Let's keep going.
Keep my checking though.
Private chat's going on. Oh.
Hey, Shane, it's probably him telling you like, "Hey, I've been waiting in the lobby."
Yeah. I was on it.
Hey, Shane. When I looked at it, I was like, I was looking at Shane's team. I was like, man, this kid. That's a solid freaking team he drafted. He lost me with the Sam Darnold. Not that I hate Sam Darnold or anything like that, but just like that being your QB number 2. I like that he picked up Taysom. I think everybody who
he locked up the New Orleans quarterback situation.
Yeah, he did. And it's, to me, obviously this is personal, right? Like, we're all going to be right. We're all going to be wrong on certain things. 100%, if you ask me, it's Taysom Hill's job. Like, Jameis is not even worth drafting, but I understand why you do that. And to pick up Latavius Murray right there in the 13-5, like, solid. Like, this was a tough one for me. I'll say for everybody here, made it so tough for all of us to grade. Tycoon, give me a mic check.
Yo.
That yo was fire right there.
All right, well, I like Shane. It was a top 5er for me. You hit
You're back.
Quarter. Right, sweet. Hey, you hit the high end back with Kyle. With the
You're not
Darnold. All right, well then we'll keep it.
Just keep going. It's half of it's there. We can hear it.
All right.
Like the running back, receiving core, very strong team, top to bottom. Not my strongest preference at each position, but just not much to complain about either.
So, what are your thoughts on having locked up the New Orleans backfield like that? I'm not a fan of it because I just don't see how. I guess it is and it isn't a good idea, because then once they finally decide which one they're going to go with, then you already got the guy. But it just seems like a wasted pick to me. I would rather have a different QB on a different team so that you have somebody that you can start with regularly. And it also felt like, obviously, having only Kyler Murray at the top, that he went on a run of quarterbacks, just like he felt like, okay, that's where I'm weakest at. I need to get a bunch of QBs now, because Najee, CEH, Keenan Allen, all these guys that he has at the top for the wide receivers and running backs are solid up until the point that you get to this QB stretch that he in. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm probably higher on both guys. I think Joe Brady is a magician and it's going to very well in Carolina. Hill and Winston, the biggest fan.
Hey, I hate to keep doing it to you, Tycoon.
Yeah, it's making up pretty bad now.
All right. Chat. Damn.
Bro, this show is only 2 RBs and a Comcast internet.
Comcast internet.
This guy must be on the West Coast too. Comcast.
Hey, he's gone again. He's going to
try to reset again.
Sorry, I'm doing the chats backwards.
He's back again.
So I'll break down. He did hop in here. He said, I was going to say, though, I don't have a criticism of Lou Camp's team. And he didn't have a number 1, but he doesn't have a criticism. I respect that. Loved it. Used Tycoon as a decoy for the show. Thank you. Gotta love it. Hey, so moving on, Shane, I will.
You're like behind, dude. I've already posted all those.
Whatever. Hey, Shane, you did make top 5 for at least 3 of us. You did have a solid team, even with that long stretch without a quarterback. We are heavy on that. We like what you did. You kind of, to me, Mike Jazeski, I don't know, who knows how to say it nowadays. That was kind of something for me that kind of stuck with me. Like, there was other people. It's tough competition right now. So, me personally, I liked him. Dallas should have grabbed him. We didn't. Whatever. Speed test. Download is fine, but my upload is non-existent. I don't get it. Allegedly. Hey, I love the dedication, man. Now, keep going, and we're going to still break down your grades and all that stuff, too. Okay, Frank, we already went through Shane. Let's move on. So, Vitali R710. Another one. Hey, if this wasn't a 2 QB league, solid team. I just don't like relying on Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields, who neither are starting. I like that you picked up Derek Carr. He'll get you through some weeks. But
Hurts is not starting?
Okay, Hurts is starting, but we hear the Deshaun rumors. It may not even happen. I'm not big on Jalen Hurts.
Those are just rumors.
He is a starting quarterback. He is a starting quarterback. I apologize if I said otherwise. but Justin Fields is not. He's not locked in to start it, so I don't know if I would feel comfortable picking him as my number 2 quarterback off the board like that. That's kind of where he got me. I like that he got Baby Gronk. Obviously, his receiving core and his running back core is crazy. So he could be a force to reckon with, but when we're dealing with this close of drafters, it's tough, man. We're trying to nitpick you guys. So everybody had a good team, but we're trying to nitpick you. Tycoon, are you back?
Probably not.
You sure the hell are.
That's what you said last time.
Short set.
And I kept going.
Oh, no, that's not
He's
a lot
fucking
better.
back.
No, you rolling with it now. Go.
All right, I'll roll.
Use it while you got
it. Kind of like Gridiron Girls, wide receivers, just the QBs kind of kill this team, unfortunately. Otherwise, it's pretty strong top to bottom. I love every other position, but I don't like Hurts, especially with Tannehill still being on the board there. That really kills me. And yeah, Fields, Carr. I mean, I do think Fields is going to start pretty soon, but you still might have to wait 3-4 weeks. And then Derek Carr, reliable, okay. I mean, but no real upside with Derek. So
yeah, we've seen the best. What'd you give him?
Yeah,
B+.
being a B+. Oh, you can give them grades. I'm not giving grades out. They're either making it to the championship or they're not.
I have
you
all
know
your
what
grades.
Say.
Not
I'll
top
either
5.
Your first
though.
or your last, right?
It was not
It's
top
either
5.
Your first or your last.
It didn't make the rankings.
Hey, Frank. Oh, man. Anthony's over here trying to roast you.
Because he's drafting him in
Hey,
Dynasty
time out.
doesn't want Watson all
Hey.
over. Yeah.
Hey, don't overtake. Hey, I'll get to press buttons too.
Hey, well, I'm going to talk about your pressing buttons. I do like Jalen Hurts. I do believe he's going to be the starter over there. I don't believe this trade rumors and yada, yada, yada. These guys have been talking him trading in every which
It went
way
stale anyways.
but Sunday, and he hasn't been traded anywhere. And as Mike mentioned the other day, there's new allegations that just came out recently for Deshaun. I think his article says he's not going to be playing this year at all. And I'm on that bench as well.
Here we go.
Again, not till I see him actually start practicing and doing something on the field with these peoples. Then just showing up for practice is making sure he doesn't get fined. That's it. Let's move on.
Tycoon,
Justin Fields.
mute him.
I'm right.
Nobody's even talking about him but you.
Not starting right now. Well, we mentioned it because of the Hurts situation, and you mentioned the trade situation. Justin Fields is not starting.
How do you feel about Anderson's
he may start
team?
4 or 5 weeks into the game.
Wait.
David Carr is a
About
low-end
who?
QB3.
How do you feel about Anderson's team?
Anderson.
Oh, we're moving on now. Huh?
And
You know,
3 Arson.
Scroll back up a little. I want to give this team so much love, but it's kind of in the same boat as Vital for me. I mean, you guys know how I feel about Swift, despite the news about his groin today. But Eckler and Swift is a PPR running back duo. Lamar, Terry, Godwin. I mean, I'm a Niners fan, so Lance, Deontay, Judy. I mean, this team is filthy, but I'm not sure that Lance even plays this year. So that right there is that's far too early to take that shot. So and I don't even think he had Mac Jones. Yeah, and then Mac Jones, who I'm not sure plays this year. So might more likely than Lance, I think, barring a Jimmy injury.
Yeah.
So don't love it.
We've had this conversation a lot, right?
Yeah.
About whose job it is, and we could unanimously say Jimmy G's got the job for the whole year, unless barring some crazy stuff, right? Injuries, horrible record, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's tough to just rely your whole season. And I always say, sorry, Frank, I'll pass it back to you, Frank. I know you want the mic, Frank. But I just have to say, when we're talking about super flex teams, you got to realize you're going to have 2 bye weeks where your quarterbacks are going to be gone. That's why we're so heavy, or me personally, why I like to see 3 solid quarterbacks on your team, because that's going to pick you up for the 2 weeks that they're on buys. Frank, you got the next 5 minutes uninterrupted.
Wait, but real quick though, I will say if Jimmy goes down, say in week 2, that team might win it all. If this was a real league.
All right, mute. Why is your mic working now? Oh my God, Frank,
No,
back
that's
to
awesome.
you.
I like it. Hey, no, but I agree with Tycoon.
Hey,
I mean,
Tycoon's obviously a
from all
Niner
the
fan.
news that we're getting right now, Jimmy
He can
Garoppolo
run. It's fantasy gold.
should be the guy over there for this year. It seems like they shied away from Trey Lance for giving him the shot this year, and I think they're just holding him on the bench, letting him learn the systems, carrying the pads for all the veterans. I seen today on a tweet or something where he was just like, getting a little bit of hazing there. I like Herb Smith, but he didn't get another backup tight end. I love the tight ends that he got, running backs that he got in the beginning, Eckler and Swift. I like the wide receivers in Scary Terry and Godwin. But, again, taking Trey Lance and Mac Jones, he's taking some real flyers on the team where he needed just one solid QB behind Lamar Jackson to get him in. I mean, really, it would have been a winning team, honestly. You just needed that one more solid QB instead of taking two chances on these guys. I would have let him fly out after that point, right?
I don't even want to put these comments up anymore. Chat room's going to shit, boys.
Anthony's talking about. He's mad,
don't
mad,
hate.
mad.
Don't hate.
So Anderson,
Since not here, I gotta rep.
Hey, solid chat, Anderson.
Right?
We definitely want to see a little heavier on the quarterback side. Nobody in the world like Swift. Eckler, solid pick. I'm just kidding, Tycoon. I like just jabbing. Hey, that's his guy. If he was gonna fight for somebody, it's gonna be Swift for sure.
Oh, till the end.
So another one. I don't want to talk about this one, right? My boys, my brother-in-law, only name left. He got no logo because he knew you throw a Raiders logo up there, like we're probably tossing you an F- for sure. Yeah. You're gonna get no love in this chat. But he did. He actually made somebody's top 5. And I know I talked to him. He's like, hey, I wasn't happy with my team. I didn't like what I did. I don't think he did horrible. But even him as a Raider fan, he's like, I wasn't happy with the Josh Jacobs pick. And then he kind of just tried to recuperate from there.
The stack that he created with Waller and Jacobs stack. Yeah. Now I know why he took that stack.
Makes sense.
Kind of makes sense, right? But I love it, man. When you're getting Melvin Gordon 7-8, like I like it, man. And you're getting Robbie Anderson, like he did good.
Yeah.
I just think, switch the names up a little bit. His color coding wasn't awful. I know he's really big on tight ends, and that's one of those things. Just knowing the people that you're drafting with, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I think you just put it best. Color coding is fine. I'm okay with positionally the way this draft went down. Just switch some of the names, and I'd be a bit happier. Swap that Jacobs and Evans pick. Maybe take Allen, Robinson, or McLaurin there instead, and then hit Hunt or Javonte or something back there. Well, probably Hunt. Yeah.
Hey, I feel so bad when I put these chats up. It like blocks you out, Tycoon. So I try to take
whoever gets really bottom screen, man. That's just the format.
We need to put Frank at bottom with that green screen he's got behind him.
Oh, damn boys. Such a hater. Such a hater.
I wanted to keep that one up forever. I'm going to keep putting that one up. Hey, so breaking down our boy right here, Wilson, the ambassador. What do you guys think?
Wilson 27. I like this team. I really did. He was my number 2, right?
Wow.
From I remember correctly. I remember him being my
number 2.
Was. It's Henry, Wilson, Burrow, and Jefferson. And then he goes on a running back run with Hunt, Davis, Mostert, Damon Harris, Deontay Harris. I don't even remember his name. But Mike Davis, I think, will have a really good year this year. Yeah, who cares, really? Honestly, Raheem Mostert here. I think he ends up with 2 RB1s by the end of the year in the 6th and 7th round, which is solid for taking those guys in that area. But the only weak spot that he really does have is the wide receiving core, because he only has Justin Jefferson, and then he drops down onto Deebo Samuel, Bateman, and Mooney. but he has these running backs that he could trade out of it for sure and get something better than that. I don't care about Robert Tanya. I'm not going to mention that guy.
Hey, that's kind of where he lost me too. I love Wilson's team. I'm gonna be honest. You guys can't see it, but he's got a Steelers helmet on our logo, so you're not gonna get any love from me. So I had to find a reason why he wasn't gonna win, and I picked Tanyan. I just wasn't feeling it, man. I'm pretty high on tight ends. I know Tanyan's numbers are good, all that kind of stuff. You lost me. Your number 2 running back's Kareem Hunt. I love what you did with the quarterbacks, and you got a solid, obviously, like, could be RB1, could be wide receiver 1, unless Calbeck's watching. Then it's obviously going to be Thielen. But solid team, man, down to Bateman, Mooney. Like, he did his thing all the way through, but I can't. You're already in the listener league, dude. Can't let you win.
Yeah, I don't think I like it as much as you guys do. I mean, mostly.
I didn't even give him top 5.
No, it's I'm way
He's
down
on more
on
than
Mike
that.
Davis. I'm not up with Mike Davis.
Thank you for that.
Mostert,
we need this talk.
You weren't sold on his
Talk about it.
performance last
Talk
year?
about it.
I'm sorry. He was, but I just don't see that repeating in Atlanta. I mean, I know Arthur Smith's in town, and theoretically they run more, but you saw Mike Davis kind of wear down quickly. I mean, that RB1 was really juiced by those first like 4 or 5 weeks or so that McCaffrey was out, and then as soon as I got him, he didn't do anything. So yeah, he was of no help come late in the year. So I don't expect him to really be a factor late in the year. Mostert, I don't expect to really be a factor late in the year. Harris, I just don't trust New England running backs on principle.
Straight up.
Yeah,
You're
I agree
spitting
with you on
fire
that.
right now, Tycoon.
And then Debo again. I'm a Niners fan, love him, and actually I like the Debo pick where it is, but I would have liked to have seen a better receiver mixed in there, or rather, I would have taken Robinson instead of Davis right there, easily.
Okay.
And you guys know how I feel about ETN, but
yeah,
I would have definitely taken Robinson in that spot. So I mean,
yeah,
still
sharing
good,
fire.
but yeah, leaves the receiving core weak, and you didn't get any like big, real high upside running backs, in my opinion, unless Mostert can somehow play a full season.
Somehow.
I'm not confident in that.
Hey, he's a beast, but I think you kind of broke that down exactly. Hey, Frank, no rebuttal?
Nick Chubb goes down, you got Hunt right there. Mike Davis, I was sold on him last year. I did see what he did. I think he's going to be an RB1. Mostert, you are correct.
Ifs?
Let's hope he makes it through the season. Damian Harris, I don't trust New England tight ends, as you mentioned. But, I mean, with that many guys, you're going to be able to trade them off because somebody's going to need a running back eventually. And you're going to have them. Then you're going to be able to trade off. And you're going to get a better
trade
receiver.
Mostert early, that'll be a great pick.
Yeah, sell high.
I like what you said there. I like Mostert early in the season. Obviously,
yeah,
he's one of those names you always have to say if he's healthy. Him making it through a whole season hasn't happened yet, right? So,
right.
Frank, we're not going through ifs, all right? Let's move on to McGoats. Shout out to McGoats. He even held down one of these drafts for us. I'm gonna walk away from this one. I'm gonna let you guys have this. McGoats did he cracked the top 5. 1, 2, 3. He actually cracked the top 5 on everybody's list, which is gonna be puzzling.
Oh,
I need to redo my math. I feel like it should be higher.
Yeah, I had him top 5 right there. He was trying to think why I may not have even had him higher, and I think it is receivers here. So, I mean, love Taylor, love the Kelsey pick. I like the Carson pick. I probably would have gone Monty instead of Carson there. Stafford, Tua, I'm okay with as a QB combo. Javonte, I like just as a late season running back, and Carson is an injury risk for sure. So I actually big fan of that pick. But in the end, yeah, Thielen and Golladay. I like the Thielen pick even. I think the Golladay pick is where I'm lost a little bit. Just I've been a little more down on on him as camp's gone on. He's already had injury reports. I really, outside of Saquon, just not a big fan of that Giants offense still in general. I don't know if I believe yet in Daniel Jones's third-year breakout. So
Nobody
I probably
does.
would have gone, Anderson or Judy right there in that spot instead. Let's see what
I can agree with that.
Yeah, Goff, Fournette. I mean, it's overall really solid. I mean, I think it just outside of the top 2 picks, that's just really what it is. It's a lot of really solid, reliable guys without that upside, that taking the risk to be number 1 overall. So I think that's why it ended up. Yeah, I mean, not even just wow. I mean, they're positionally okay. Taylor probably not, but theoretically has a chance at RB1 overall. Kelsey will be tight end 1 overall. After that, there's not a single player on this list that probably even has the upside to crack top 5 at their position. And you need to have at least 1 or 2 of those guys in addition to your top couple of picks, which should be slam dunks there when you're at that turn. So really solid.
Yeah.
And if he can make some moves in season, could still definitely win.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, I'm taking Kelsey. I'm looking at Kelsey as a WR1. You know what I mean? Like that, in order for me to look at him and analyze the team, I look at him as a top WR1 of the league. Thielen and Galladay being his wide receivers 2 and 3, which are okay, decent guys, and especially where he got them at. I'm not too fond of his QBs in Stafford and Tua. This is where he got him at. I don't know if positionally where he was drafting and he ended up with these guys. They're decent guys, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I would have rather
like personality wise.
No, just a better because Stafford's going to a new team. Let's hope he does well over there. And but I was reading a stat on him the other day, and I can't remember what it was because I've been drinking too much now. But obviously he's never been to the show. He's not your finisher. So let's keep it real there. I do like Tua as well. I, like you were saying, it's just not a lot of not fancy names or anything like that. And he's picking up Jared Goff over here, in Detroit. So he's get the other half of the trade that's going on in the offseason. Again, let's see how they do in their new teams and where they're at. But I like the last pick. Then he got Russell Gage, again, another sleeper pick way late. Want to point that guy out. I thought that was really solid there. He got where he got him at. Yeah, that's my take on that guy. So, it's almost there. Just something's missing, but it's a pretty solid team regardless.
Hey, I'm getting antsy. So I will say McGoats, solid. You cracked everybody's top 5 list. You made it as high as 2nd. Shout out to Anthony. He's in the chat room. I don't really like putting up his chats. I like this chat way more.
Boo.
Okay, so Ant's chiming in. He did have you as
hold on, I'm doing this.
So Anthony did have you as high as number 2. I think he lost me with Tua. I like Tua. I just don't think as far as like a fantasy, like, oh my God, I'm playing against Tua this week. Like nobody's gonna be scared of that. I like Matt Stafford. Speaking of Matt Stafford and the Rams, Aaron Donald actually got.
I think he just showed up just to get his team graded. By the way,
yeah, you're just in time, Shark. Just in time.
I was.
Go ahead, Dustin,
Shark Dad, I'm glad you're here. I was talking about Matt Stafford, LA Rams. Aaron Donald actually got beat up. If you guys haven't seen it,
got beat up.
He got pretty much right. Cowboys were just bullying these guys. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe that's the Wednesday show. I don't know.
We'll see what's up on Hard Knocks.
Hey, is Zach Wilson? It will be, and I've seen plenty of Twitter videos. As the Cowboys, was it Wilson? Zach
now you're
said
on
it.
Twitter,
He's like, "Hey, we weren't starting these fights." Yeah, I'm on our Twitter. He's "Hey, we weren't starting these fights. We were definitely finishing them. We weren't the trouble."
Zach Wilson said that, huh?
It's because the Rams are a bunch of chumps.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it
not
is.
Zach Wilson, but Zach Martin. Zach Martin. That's correct.
I'll take Martin and Smith over those Rams defense. Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, okay. Hey, shout out to Hard Knocks. Hey, if you guys want to sponsor us, you just want me out on the field, whatever. Let me know. I'll be there. Hey, moving on. Thanks, Goodell. I have to say, he is one of those up and down people from all 5 of us drafting. When I originally looked, I looked and I was like, man, I think this is my favorite draft. Then when I started breaking it down a little more, where he lost me was that 3rd running back. But he was like so damn close to being my favorite draft on the board. Some of us had him on there. I believe he cracked top 5. I'll just say more than once. Not more than twice. But hey, he did crack the top 5. Whoa, hey, Jeezy, your comment is not going to make it on the board. But no, hey, I really liked it. Even with Michael Thomas, right? If he does come back after week 6, I love that. So then you started looking at the wide receiver depth. He did cool there. You know what I mean? 2 solid ass running backs just to jump off with it. But then he just lost me. You know, the more you break it down with only those. Okay. Oh, come on. I got distracted by the chat. But that's just me. So, Tycoon, what'd you think? Because Tycoon, you had him at an A minus, right?
I think I did.
That's what I have.
I actually really like this
had
team.
him as an A minus?
Yeah, there are only 3 teams that I had in consideration for best overall or my number 1 spot, and this was one of them. Ultimately, didn't get that because
I can't do it without a solid
RB2.
I couldn't give him an A. There's no way.
Frank.
RB3 definitely has a solid RB2. They're good on running back top end. Yeah, one injury kills, but Barkley and Zeke stay healthy with Kittle at tight end. Brady at quarter. I mean, this unstoppable as far as I'm concerned. This is the team. I think and you can't do this, but stayed healthy most of the year and is healthy come playoff time. I don't see how one of these other teams stops it.
I'm just worried about Barkley staying healthy.
Not worried about that at all. Just came off pup today. He's good to go, baby.
What'd you call him? Say quads.
Say quads. He's good. He's fine. Still non-committal about week 1, and I think that's intentional. I think that's Joe Judge teaching him Bill Belichick. Just don't say anything. All these guys that leave Belichick for the first couple of years, like Matt Patricia, want to act like Belichick. It's the weirdest thing.
I think they're just trained that way, and they just kind of it's hard to break that habit that's grained into you. Is like, don't talk to the media, don't talk about our team. Give them as little as possible, and move on, right? And it works for his team. It works for his coaching style. But I have to agree with you. Except again, I think somewhere in where he took in Higgins or Chenault area or Samuels, somewhere in there. I mean, maybe even Thomas area, he could have picked up a second RB instead of just going. I mean, third RB instead of going to Gainwell at the end, which is not a bad idea. Obviously, he getting Gainwell a rookie at the end, but still, is that guy even going to get a lot of touches this year? What's he going to be doing? Over there in Philly.
Trade partners with Wilson.
So yeah,
that's where that deal's going to happen. We were talking about Wilson's going to be able to move one of those running backs. That's exactly where it's going to happen.
Okay.
Get RB3 covered.
Hey, do share, my man. Do share.
I mean, you just.
If these guys were playing in this league, that's exactly what would happen. I agree.
So that's why I'm not that concerned over the lack of RB3, given the just having the top 2 that he has. I don't knock it down as much, but definitely stopped him from winning as a whole for that reason.
Hey, but a solid freaking draft. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
All right. Cini, don't know why I said Timmy. Daughter distracted me. All right. Hey, I was wondering. So moving on. Hey, last drafter, big friend of the show too. Awkward Shark Dad. He's held it down for us. And I want to say Awkward Shark Dad. If you guys have been keeping up with this, he's made all 5 of our top 5s. But I will point out Anthony put him as his 5th. Now, Anthony, you want to get in the chat and let us know why?
Yeah.
Or
I want to hear that.
I gotta hear that.
I just want to give out a little bit of recent news because I know he drafted prior to this news coming out. But Aaron Jones had hamstrings not practicing Monday, which led to A.J. Dillon joining the first team offense in his absence. So I just want to, give that little news fact out there in case somebody didn't know. But Aaron Jones is dealing with the hammy.
Yeah, and so reports say injury is not very serious. Yeah, injury reports say it's not very serious. But again, hammy. I think, Frank, you said earlier in the chat, they kind of linger on. So who knows with that kind of thing. But overall, I mean, the only thing, again, and I hate to do this, I hate being that tight end guy. That's kind of one of the things that got me, again, with Kirk Cousins, not the strongest, but that's solid. Like, and having Aaron Jones and Montgomery, like, that's solid, right? Like, he did his thing all the way through, and that's why he made top 5. When it comes to nitpicking, and that's what we're doing, Tycoon, I feel like you like this draft. Am I right?
I think you're right. This is definitely my favorite team. You look at Cousins and think, not that strong. I look at Cousins and say, there's QB 13, the perfect QB 2. So I love this team top to bottom. I love every pick that was made. I don't look at any picks that, guys that went right around them that I would change. There's not a weakness whatsoever on this team.
I know
as far as I see it.
What's that,
I would
Frank?
say change that Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon, and I know he's a San Francisco fan, but you can't be taking Trey Sermon at the same round as you're taking Raheem Mostert. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Who are you taking after
Trey Sermon should be taken a lot
We're
later
playing for the playoffs. I think Sermon's going to be a lead dog come week 15,
is he
16,
is he the starting running back right now? Or is he slated to be the starting running back? Because I haven't heard that.
Does he need a starting running back right there? Who are you taking after Sermon? Who are you taking, Frank? Tell me a running back after Sermon that you're taking.
That's where you got to take the risk right there. That's the perfect
instead
place
of Sermon,
to take that
not
shot
after Sermon, instead of.
Perfect place.
Instead
of him, like, that's
Dillon,
what I'm asking. Who would you take?
Edwards, none of them.
None of them. I think that's a solid
I'd rather have Drake.
pick.
I'd rather have Drake over him.
Wow.
Okay.
I
don't even. Yeah.
I'd rather have Drake over him. I'm not picking up San Francisco 49er running back, considering the running back by committee situation they're going to be in by the end of the year.
That's most teams. And he's in a team that, I mean, if you just made all, you can't obviously do this, but if all the running backs were just one running back, it's been a top 5 running back in Shanahan for the last years. So whoever's the hot hand, and I think it'll be that time. That's the time to take the shot.
And also the weakest point on the team being Evan Ingram, the New York Giants tight end at the end. Come on.
That's one of the things that kind of got me too. Hey, I read it in that voice. Yeah, give me Sermon over Drake 100%.
I'm just not a fan of 49er running backs, so.
Fair enough. There's nobody left at that point as far as I see it. Because it wouldn't be my... That's why...
Hey, you see that chat? We're losing you, Tycoon.
Damn.
No, I know he can't. I knew it was
that damn. That was a solid damn, though.
Breaking up a little bit there, that last comment.
Hey, but I will say, so I guess we're wrapping it up, right?
Last guy.
All right, hey.
Yep.
So check it out.
Who's the winner? Tell us. We want to know.
I'm trying to. So, hey, we're wrapping it up. That's the good thing about all of us. Like everybody drafting, we have 5 different people that are grading it. So you're not just going to get one opinion. We do it on the point system. Anthony, he wants to know where he had him. No, you did not have our awkward shark dad as your top 3. You did have him in your top 5. You had him at 5th. But no, that's a good thing. So you're getting so many different opinions. We all look at things differently. That's the beauty of all of us being here and doing the point system. So you're not just relying on one person's personal opinions, because some of us are going to be right, some of us are going to be wrong. That was a very long outro, but I will say, and hit us up to claim your prize. I actually got to, man, I got to look and see what the prize was. So I know first place, you're going to be walking away with $25, best ball entry, and a shirt, Frank. Second place is going to get.
Anthony knows what everybody's getting.
Hey, let me break down the top 3. Hit us up. We're going to let you guys know if you're not in this week's draft already. Definitely get in. Jeezy, we're sorry for tearing you up. Now let's break down the top. We got, I'm not going to start with number 1. In third place, Tycoon, you're back, it looks like.
Drum roll, please.
All right, let's hear 3.
Hey, number 3, Aberman. Aberman coming in at number 3.
Oh,
wow.
Surprising? All right, so I'll break it down. Aberman was ranked number 2, completely off Tycoon's list, ranked number 1 on another list, number 3 on another list, and left completely off. With the point system, hey, those high grades got him.
You can tell who does and doesn't like mixing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, oh my. All right.
I think I had to do more with Henderson than Mixon.
Number 2. Awkward Shark Dad.
All right.
Hey, so Awkward Shark Dad. Hey,
yeah.
he made it number 1 on your list, Tycoon. But Awkward, he made it from 4th, 5th, 2nd, 1st, 3rd. So I mean, he was all over the place. We all kind of had different opinions, but we all agreed like he definitely had one of those drafts that we all loved. 3rd is best ball entry. So that one's going to go to you, Aberman. You're going to get a free entry into our best ball. Sorry, let me boom. Anthony's breaking it down. Cheesy with the shark. 2nd is best ball and t-shirt or $20 of swag from an online store. Thank you, Anthony. That's why we're glad you're still here. We're just making sure you're listening.
Dustin will hand deliver it.
Hand delivered. No matter where you live, Anthony's flying me out. So does this kind of give it away with who got first place? Do you guys know yet?
I feel like it can only be one person.
All right, I want Frank to guess it.
I think it's Luke Camp.
Luke Camp. Hey,
Can't argue with that at all. Can't argue with that at all.
And I'll give his grade. So he went from 1st. He's placed 2nd. He placed 3rd. He placed 1st and placed 1st. He placed 1st 3 times. Like you don't see that. Hey, you don't see that too often.
And not outside the top 3. It sounded like at all. Worst.
Did not make it outside the top 3.
Okay.
Hey, solid
draft.
That's how you know
it's a solid team.
Hey, Luke Camp's been there. Man, since the early days, since we started. So, it's no surprise to me. A lot of these guys, like, hey, everybody's solid, man. I really appreciate everybody getting in, joining, drafting. Everybody who held it down. That guy wins freaking everything. He really does. Hey, even Anthony's surprised. But I do want to take a moment. Obviously, Frank, we appreciate you. I'll go through the names again. So, Mike, Andrew, we appreciate both of you guys for all you guys do. Mike's been super holding it down. Tycoon, you're always there. If you guys aren't following, follow the Dynasty or the Fantasy Boardroom. McGoat, NYG guy, appreciate all you guys. But Tycoon, I wanted to give you the floor. If you have anything, definitely plug your own, plug everything, man. Plug the Twitter, plug everything you got. If you're not following him, make sure you guys do follow him.
Oh man! All right, let's keep it quick here, though. Yeah, please. Well, you gotta You got to kill the comments for a second, or I'm pretty ineffective. There we go. Yeah, come please follow me. Fantasy Boardroom.
No more
Twitter
comments.
is at FF_Tycoon. FF Boardroom is the show Twitter. Follow me on YouTube, Fantasy Boardroom. And also check us out at the Fantasy Collective, FF Collective, KOLLECTIV.com. We got a great group of writers, designers, podcasts. We have the Fantasy Nightcap as our flagship podcast. And we've got a lot of other things in the works, other YouTube series, some brand new content areas that we're going to be jumping into here in the next couple weeks as we get ahead of the season. So it's going to be a big time of growth and a lot of activity as we approach a season coming out of the collective and out of the boardroom. Last plug about the boardroom. This Wednesday night, 7:30 Pacific, going to have Thomas Tipple from Full Tilt Dynasty podcast as my guest. I encourage you to check him out so you have a little better reason to come watch me, because if you just go back and watch my videos, with the exception of last week's episode with the Get Right Boys, you may not come back. So go watch Thomas, then you'll come watch our show, and you'll be a much bigger fan. So thanks for letting me have the floor there. But yeah, it's a lot of exciting stuff coming, and a lot more stuff coming with you guys, I hope, as we get into the season. We're going to be able to do a lot more than just the mock, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's happening. Hey, so I'll speak for all of us. We're all excited. Always excited to work with you, have you on, get on your show. We love the collaborations. Yeah, look forward to everything you guys are doing too. Hey, we got everybody kind of shouting out Luke Camp right now.
That was a killer draft.
They said he lost it. I guess he thought he lost his touch.
You did not, sir.
Nah, that is definitely top 3 every freaking draft. No way, dude. I'm not sure if I want to play against that guy.
Nah, man, yeah, he is consistently good.
Hey,
I'm not
thanks
playing
for being here, guys. Appreciate y'all. Right?
Right on, guys. Hey,
right, guys.
Tycoon again. Thank you guys for being here. Frank, appreciate you. Stay tuned, like, subscribe if you guys haven't. Make sure to check out the Fantasy Boardroom. Appreciate you for being on. Shout out Luke Camp.
Shout out to you guys.